Hello everybody, I'm Doug. Welcome to the Auditory Vinyl. This is another episode of New Spins on Old Vinyl, where I just take a record that I haven't listened to in a long time, give it a spin, and tell you what I think. Eargasm from 1981. If you're from the Midwest and older than 50, you might have heard of these guys. They played around the Midwest. They didn't really make it, I guess you could say. And I did a bunch of research. I couldn't find any information on any of the members of the band. But other than that, they continued to play around the Illinois area or Midwest area with local bands. But it's really good, and I would say it's along the lines of REO, Styx. A couple songs might be like Bob Seger. It's on their own label, the Irresistible Records. They did make another one, but I bet that's extremely hard to find. It's called Tumbling Dice. A lot of great vocals and some really, really good guitar. My brother got this album. He went to he saw him in Ames, Iowa, at a little bar. And afterwards, I guess he went backstage and partied with him a little bit. But, yeah, scored the album there. And if you go on YouTube and try to listen to him, I would listen to, if you can find something that's not live. There's some videos of him playing live, but it just doesn't sound very good. If you can find just like the studio versions of some of the songs on here, like Cast My Fate to the Wind is kind of a more of a rock and almost bluesy type of deal. Love Tonight, Move My Lady, all good tunes. Yeah, Eargasm. And I believe they're out of Peoria, but there's also a thing on here where they mentioned, well, they recorded it in Wisconsin. Yeah. Eargasm, 1981. From 1977, Mary Kay Place. Some of you movie, TV buffs probably recognize the name. She was in The Big Chill, being John Malkovich. She won an Emmy for her role on Mary Hartman, the TV show. But this is her album, second album, Aiming to Please. It's country, but it's not I don't know, twangy, I guess that's the word. I would compare it to Emmylou Harris, her style and her voice. She does a duet with on here, Something to Brag About with Willie Nelson, that actually went to number 9 on the country charts. Got a lot of help on here. Willie Nelson, Leon Russell plays keyboards on a few of the tunes. Nicolette Larson and Emmylou Harris are on here. Rodney Crowell. I was just trying to see if there's something I wrote down that I'm missing. I went to number 40 on the country charts. I think she only made 3 albums. Her acting obviously was her big money maker, but this is pretty good. If you like country, if you like Emmylou Harris, check it out. Gary Moore, former member of Thin Lizzy. put out some solo stuff. This is Victims of the Future from 1984. This is his fourth solo album. This could have been considered a supergroup. He's got Bob Daisley, formerly of Sabbath, Rainbow, and Uriah Heep on bass on a few songs, also on bass on a few other songs. Neil Murray from Whitesnake, Sabbath, and Fastway. And then a few other songs on bass. He's got Mo Foster, played with Jeff Beck and Dr. John. Drums, Ian Pace from Deep Purple and Whitesnake. And then on keyboards, Neil Carter from UFO. So it's just loaded with stars and talent. It's on the Mirage label. Does a really cool version of Shapes of Things. He's normally, like all his other ones, it's more bluesy rock, but this one is hard rock, and it's good. I mean, he gets right after it. Murder in the Skies, Hold On Love, all of the second side, Law of the Jungle, just really hard rock and good stuff. Gary Moore. And then the CD, Blackmore's Night, Richie Blackmore and Candice Knight. This is their Fires at Midnight. This is the third album. And it's a lot different than his Rainbow days. It's kind of Renaissance-y, neo-medieval folk, but she's got a really great voice. There's tons of really great guitar work. He plays, excuse me, electric, acoustic, 12-string, mandolin, a bunch of others. But yeah, she's a great singer. And there's a few songs on here that I would say are just straight up rock, maybe a hint of the Renaissance type thing. But then there's a couple just instrumentals where Richie Blackmore just shows his talent with some really great guitar work. Oh, there's also it's kind of a weird version of Times They Are Changing, the Bob Dylan tune is on there, but actually that might even be the worst song on the whole deal. I kind of like it as far as the whole Renaissance sound. I might have to look into some of their other stuff. So there you go. That's it for this week. There was something I was going to say, but now I forgot what it was and I didn't write it down. So anyway, have yourself a great rest of your weekend and enjoy the music.